Hey, this is JC and welcome to Small Brick City. In this video, we're going to look at different things that you can build to detail the roof of a Lego building or custom MOC. This isn't an exhaustive list of everything you can build for a building top, but it'll give you some ideas of details that you can add to make a rooftop more interesting and to add more dimension. Let's start with the simplest build first, and that's these floodlights over here. It's very common to find floodlights on a rooftop, and this is simply made using a modified plate with a clip and a modified plate with a bar with open ends. There's a trans yellow towel over the clip plate, and that goes on just like that. And if you need to place it onto a plate, you can have an extra jumper plate or extra 1x2 plate so that you can mount it onto a plate. In the case of mounting it on the edge of a roof like this, you can just place that there because there's an overhang so that the bar element and clip element can overhang from the edge of the roof. If not, just use a plate or a jumper plate. So that's pretty straightforward. Let's go to the next item, and that's the solar panel. This is a solar panel. You can make it as big as you want, and I made this really just for a regular roof, maybe any building that fits in a 32 by 32 stud base plate, but of course you can make it as big as you want. It's made of two components. The first component is this hinging plate and brick assembly, which is a standard Lego part. And over here we have a plate. So it's a regular gray plate, and I have these trans blue towels. If you don't have them in 1x4, you can have them in 1x2. And you also need these 1x2 grill pieces. Just put them in an alternate fashion. You can put more trans blue plates if your overall plate is bigger, and then place the entire plate onto the hinging brick and plate assembly, and that goes onto the roof. And that's pretty realistic because you can hinge it as needed, as you'd expect to see in any real solar panel. Next up, let's have a look at this industrial exhaust unit. This will probably be seen more for a restaurant rooftop or a commercial building. So this isn't really found on a residential building. So this is an exhaust fan. This is a decorated towel piece that looks like an exhaust piece. If you do not have this piece, you can use this piece over here. And this is, I guess it's a modified towel which allows you to put a swivel plate inside, a swivel round plate, which is used as a kind of a small turntable. You also need a base, 2x2 base with two 1x2 bricks, and then it becomes pretty straightforward and obvious. You will need two of these curved slope bricks, a modified 1x2 brick and a 1x2 plate, and you cap that with a 1x2 towel. All that goes on top, and you finish it off with either a decorated fan towel piece. If you don't have that, you can use this piece over here, and that's your industrial exhaust unit. A bit similar in look is the air conditioning unit. I've actually got two different sort of units. This is a small unit, something you might find for a small building or for a house, and here we have a more industrial looking air conditioning unit. So let's talk about the small one first, because the big ones are really just double in size. And this also uses, for the exhaust fan, I use the 2x2 modified towel piece, which is for the turntable plate. Or if you do have, you can use this 2-stud wide decorated towel, which looks like a grill, and that can go on, and that looks like the exhaust for a air conditioning unit as well. In any case, you need two grill pieces, a 2x2 towel, and these are basically 2x2 modified bricks with studs on the front and on top. That's really straightforward. You need two of them. You place them back to back onto a 2x2 plate. So one side is smooth, one side has that grill, and on top you put the exhaust or fan element. So that's a small air conditioning unit. For the big unit, I basically have two of them, but double in size, and in between we have these pipes. So let's look at these pipe elements first. That's basically a 3-stud long bar element on a modified towel with a clip. So that's 2 of them, 1 for each of these bars. And over here I have got a 2x2 jumper plate with a tap element. So that looks like kind of the water hose coming down from the air conditioning unit. So let's have a look at this compressor itself. So it's basically twice the size of this small one. So you do need, again, either this decorated towel piece, or you can use that modified towel piece for the disc or the swivel disc. You need a 2x2 plate and now 2 1x2 towels. That's just to cover the top. And essentially over here I basically have 4 of the 2x2 modified plates with studs on the side. So it's basically double of this small unit here, but with a longer base plate. So instead of a 2x2 base plate or lower plate, I have this 2x4 plate, and on top I'm basically just covering the top, keeping a 2x2 plate so that I can place this decorated towel piece on top for the exhaust fan. You build 2 of these, do the connectors as I showed in terms of the bars and clips and the tap element, and you get a very nice looking double industrial size air conditioning unit. A very simple detail you can add to any roof are these grill parts. These are just 1x2 grill pieces, and I just put them here so it's kind of like drainage for a roof. Very simple and very straightforward. Finally, we come to this electrical junction box. It looks quite complicated because it's made of different parts, but it's pretty straightforward, but adds very nice detail to a roof because just of the different elements and parts that come together. So it comes in 2 parts. Let's just break this off. I do have plates underneath, and that's just to raise it up, and I can remove this. So let's talk about the simpler part here. This is just a 1x2 modified brick with studs on the front and top. There's 2 towel pieces, one in grey, one in trans red, and these holes are basically to feed in these 2 antenna parts, which are also placed on a 1x2 modified brick with studs on the side. This is a regular 1x2 brick. Everything goes onto a plate, and I cap everything with a 2x2 towel to give that nice smooth look. To assemble, you simply insert the 2 ends of the antenna part inside like that, and you place them onto a plate, and that's it. You get an electrical junction box. Well, I hope you enjoyed this quick video on how to detail a Lego rooftop for a building or custom MOC. These are simple to build, uses parts that you probably have, and really adds a lot of texture and dimension to your Lego building. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any suggestions for something I should build for a rooftop, let me know in the comments as well. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel as there's lots of useful Lego videos to come. And finally, do check out my motorcycle and bike shop, which is on Lego Ideas. If you would like to see this as an official Lego set, please vote for it. Just follow the link in the card above or in the link in the description. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.